Look man, modern Final Fantasy has nothing on the classic stuff. You're all about button mashing and cutscenes. I can't help you're stuck in the retro age and blinded by nostalgia. If I wanted to take turns battling, I'd join your lame D&D group. Don't you bash my Sunday night crew. Hey guys, the first video is about to start, so I need you up front. You mean the videos where you talk about a game just like everyone else does? Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody's already reviewed all the games you're looking to do. How is that supposed to be unique? Well, yeah, I'm sure everybody has already done them, but nobody's heard my... Sorry, not interested. Yeah, I'm gonna sit this one out too. Oh, well, okay. Assholes. Sometimes people haven't played a game and just want to know what it's about. Every game has a story to it. Wait a second. Storytelling. Video games. That's the stuff. A telling of plots in my own unique way. That's something I know how to draw. I mean, do. Right. Something. Whatever. And we're better to start than with the one that started it all. That's it, JT. I think you're finally onto something. Let's get to it. Hey everyone, and welcome back. Or if this is your first time, then it's good to have you. So I was thinking a lot about how the hardest part of any new adventure is starting it, but we all need to start somewhere, and the beginning is the best place to do that, which brings me to the first official series of my channel. So if you're ready, pull up a chair, get comfortable, and join me on the first ever episode of video game storytelling. For me, it all began with this game. I'm pretty excited to try this thing for the first time. Hopefully it takes us to the right game. I really haven't had much availability to test it yet. Here goes nothing. The world is veiled in darkness. The wind stops. The sea is wild. And the earth begins to rot. The people wait. Their only hope, a prophecy. When the world is in darkness, 4 warriors will come. After a long journey, 4 young warriors arrive, each holding an orb. Oh sweet, it actually worked! I sorta like this setup. Feels like I'm actually in the game. Sort of. Oh right, better get the show moving then. Our story starts with a party of 4, each chosen by the player. We join the party leader, the Red Mage, jack of all trades and yet master of none. He is mediocre in every possible way. He is joined by 3 individuals, each with their own special skills. Are they friends? Enemies? Or simply strangers? Regardless of the relationship, the group is about to take their first steps into a new adventure, and this mysterious bond will be tested. With no guidance and a total lack of direction, they turn to the only city seen in the distance. With no equipment and no knowledge of magic, especially for them being a bunch of mages, they stock up on supplies, 1 item at a time. While washing their dirty faces in the local fountain, they hear rumor of a local princess who has been kidnapped. Hoping to gain a grand reward, they ascend into the Temple of Fiends, only to learn that all the good chests are currently locked. A thief might have been handy about now. At least you'll never run out of healing spells. The Red Mage sighs at this comment, and they instead turn their focus to the central room. The kidnapper, a former knight of the king, awaits. He taunts their courage with a mighty threat.
I, Garland, shall knock you all down.
There he is! Get him!
Wait, no!
But he is swiftly pummeled by hammers and blasted with magic. With Garland bruised and burnt, the group swiftly escorts the princess home. The king stands, and the Red Mage's eyes sparkle with anticipation at their coming reward. It could be anything. Gold, infinite knowledge from the castle library, an airship, nope, he builds him a bridge. Just a bridge. A once excited Black Mage frowns at this, but this bridge will become the most iconic bridge in the series' history. At least until Final Fantasy V. For when this group crosses, Final Fantasy's most iconic theme plays. Ah, beautiful. It's just as iconic as I remember. Almost brings a tear to your eye. After setting foot onto the strange new land, they meet with a witch who has lost her crystal ball and cannot see. They beat up some pirates, take their ship, and set off across the ocean. Still not aware they can open the game map with the select button, they follow the land to a town of elves, where they learn the prince has been placed under a sleeping spell. The Red Mage could check the castle to the north to learn of a king seeking a lost crown, but like most do, he leads his party to the south. The first real challenge awaits them. The marsh caves are about to kick their ass. There they are introduced to the wonders of paralysis and poisoning and suffer many, many deaths. The Red Mage is unsure if he'll continue at this point. However, after a pep talk from his teammates, he gathers the strength to rally everybody together, grind for experience, and make a hasty journey back into the deathly dungeon and retreat with the crown. Avoiding every single treasure chest in the dungeon like the coward he is. But from there, a lengthy chain of deliveries can be made. The crown is taken to the king who is not a king and killed to get a crystal ball. The crystal ball is then taken to the witch who can now see and gives them a magic herb. That magic herb is then taken to the prince to awaken him and he gives them the mystic key. That mystic key can then be used to open every locked chest the party had seen, except for the marsh caves, because they refuse to return. Regardless, they find some TNT within one of the chests, which is then given to a dwarf to blow open a canal. The entire world is now theirs to explore. Well, mostly. The local town is destroyed, but thankfully the magic shops are still intact. They were the only thing of importance anyways. Mostly. Learning from their last mistake, the party stuffs every pocket with as many potions as they can carry. One at a time. Just let them buy more than one at a time already. Stocked and ready, they descend into the earth caves. They slaughter a vampire, but are unable to traverse further. So they instead leave with a ruby, feed it to a giant, and get a hook from an old wizard living in a cave, before stocking up on items once more. One item at a time, just let them buy more than one. Before returning to the depths of the earth caves. There they encounter the first official boss of the game, the Lich, who is surprisingly easy to kill thanks to the fact they have nothing but white mages. And you were complaining about them before, weren't you, buddy? With that, the first orb begins to glow. That's right, an orb. They aren't technically crystals in this one. Shocker, right? Final Fantasy and crystals usually go hand in hand together since they... Hey, where you going? I learned how to open the world map and loaded up a guide. We still have 3 more of these assholes to kill, so I'm taking a shortcut. Wait, we can't just skip around. What about the story? We have to... Yeah, hope you can keep up. Get back here. This is not how we... Wait, where'd he go? There he is. Wait, the ice caves? You're not supposed to go there yet. What about the Crescent Lake? We need to talk to the sages and get the canoe. And we can't just skip the volcano. Stop worrying and just narrate. I've got it covered. But this is the first... You can't... Fine. The Red Mage, having grown impatient, hurried to the ice cave. He must have heard rumors of a floater, an ancient object needed to raise the airship. He somehow knew what teleporters to take and didn't even bother to fight the eye that guarded it. Apparently, you can just walk around monsters at this point. Without even waiting for the rest of his team to catch up, he rushes to the southern desert. With the floater, the airship was soon his. Ah, there we go. Back on track. The volcano was soon appearing over the horizon. However, he had forgotten that the volcano was a treacherous place, as the floor was covered in lava that... Oh, come on! Ugh! The Red Mage pulls Carrie, the Fiend of Fire, from the volcano and flings her into the water, killing her. This is not how the story is supposed to go. And then he's off before I can even take a breath. Wait, what? No, that's not how an airship works. You can't just keep skipping sections of the game. You needed to find the ferry and get the oxyale so you could breathe under the water and talk to mermaids. You never even saw Bahamut and upgraded your class. This isn't how storytelling works. I'm getting it done, aren't I? One more to go. With the Kraken crushed under the ship, the Red Mage pilots... Wait, where did the White Mages go? Oh shit. Wait, the Mirage Tower. No way. He didn't. He couldn't have. Could he? Yep, he did. After destroying all 4 fiends and restoring the orbs, our hero follows the legend, which states that the 4 powers reside at the center of the world, the Temple of Fiends, where it all began. Once there, the glowing orbs reveal a new path which sends him 2,000 years into the past. The fiends are there, but the Red Mage ignores them. That's not even possible, dude. Ugh. He at least has the sense to seek out the Masamune, which is the most powerful weapon in the game. Thankfully, he can equip it. Fueled by some crazy form of determination, the Red Mage approaches the final room of the Chaos Shrine. Garland, the treacherous knight from the beginning of the game, stands before him, having transformed into the entity Chaos.
Ha ha ha. Foolish mortal. I, Chaos, have created a paradox in which I cannot die. You have no, not again!
And so Chaos was defeated, which ended the time paradox that he created with the 4 fiends, which, screw it. You pick a party of 4, you beat 4 fiends of the elements to restore magic orbs, and you fight a boss to save the world. But what the Red Mage doesn't know is that the breaking of the paradox means no one will ever know of their heroic deeds. They will go unsung. The end. And there you have it, everyone. The story of the first ever Final Fantasy for the original Nintendo. Well, it was most of the story that turned into a speedrun halfway through. Gonna have to work on that. Regardless, Final Fantasy is the first game I ever played as a kid. While the story and characters aren't deep, it does allow you to create your own adventure. The cast is brought to life by your actions, which allows this journey to become your very own. You are the one that saves the world, which makes it special in its own way. The gameplay and graphics are simple, but effective. Yeah, the turn-based combat gets made fun of for being slow, but for its time it was insane to see the characters acting out their actions at your command. I still like turn-based combat once in a while. It's kind of fun. And don't even get me started on the music. Oh man, it's hard not to whistle and hum so many of Final Fantasy's themes, and from here they just keep getting better. This is one franchise that I'm glad wasn't Final. Mostly. But hey, that's for another time. And that about wraps everything up. I was glad to have you guys here for my first ever episode of video game storytelling. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, that's great. Make sure you subscribe. Click on the pickle right there. Can't miss it. Thanks for watching, everybody.